Game of the regular season in a rematch of the Big East Championship Tournament final. Here is Semple talked about him in the open. First shot from him goes wide. 13 goals in his last 3 games. He's into his senior season. To get one more look at the save from Fargione. In each of the 4 years that Semple has been with this Dragons program, he's been top 3 on the team in goals. Guy really hit the ground running and hasn't stopped.
You know, and like a lot of Canadians, they have great hands inside. You know, they almost all seem to be lefties for some reason. That's a nice save, too.
But then on the rebound, it's Drexel who scoops it up and scores first. Whit Crawford, the sophomore, who had 4 goals against NJIT, extends his point streak to 8. And it's the Dragons who strike first a little bit.
Well, that's
over
far if you
4
only make
minutes
the
in.
first save here. It's a really nice save, bang, right there. Then a tough rebound. You got to get reset. Another one. And then another step-down shot up here, and finally they get one. So really good job by Villanova goaltender.
Sports Network. Alongside Enrique Hervada, Ben Curtis here with you. Nice dodge along the left side, and unable to scoop up the pass was Licata. Picks it up in some traffic. Link comes away with it. Back to X it goes. Looking for some answers is Lucas Newton, the redshirt sophomore.
Little unsettled there. I thought we might be able to get something out of it, but they're going to have to pull back and set up the offense here. About 25 seconds left on the shot clock.
Licata almost lost his footing, did really well to get it over for Raymond, who we talked about in the open, has found himself on the score sheet in every game so far of the first 4. Now going to work as Michener, and he scores.
That is just what the doctor ordered for Villanova Wildcats. That's the Colin Michener that we know and love. Really like that shot here. Let's take a look, Ben.
Well, 3 points in his last 2 games, starting to come on strong as the calendar turns to March. And Colin Michener.
We talked about being patient. He was patient, but when he got his chance to go, he really goes here. And that's just a patented Colin Michener turn the corner and bury it low. Goalie's not going to stop that too often. That's a great play by Villanova right there.
That is a tough ask for McGill to get, whose name we haven't said too much today. Will go to work.
Yeah, he's Owen Knight's teammate from high school, right down the street at Radnor High School, where we mentioned they won 4 state titles with Coach John Beezer and Mark Patron, a couple of Radnor guys making it happen at the D1 level. You know, Nick Lucchese, look how shifty. He's a great little dodger. He's not afraid to go to the goal. He's had some points for Villanova and someone they're kind of counting on.
Scored against the Dragons once a year ago in that big dramatic double overtime victory over Drexel. You know, the Dragons would love a little bit of revenge. Here's Lucchese again.
Not afraid to dodge.
And not afraid to just step down and shoot, and Villanova has the lead.
Really nice, not afraid, like I said. Villanova's being really patient right now in their offense, and they're getting some results out of it. Lucchese's big, strong right hand. Let's take a look at this. Little dodge here, push, shoves off, gets his hands free, gets a little bit of space, takes to the inside of the pipe. Great goal, Nick Lucchese, Radnor High School.
Did not have to go far at all for his college days, and now into his sophomore season gets goal number 3 on the. Now an opportunity to step down in a block.
Deflection. Matt Pabilski just steps right into it and gets a piece of it, and the ball goes flying over the net.
Malley was in
How
the
is
area
that
too.
Not Villanova ball? That's interesting too. So we're back to even strength. They did a good job on the man down.
They called that a Scott Mackey offside.
Okay.
So it is now 6-on-6 once again in the offensive box for the Dragons. 22 seconds left on the shot clock. Here is Connor Hooley again. And now Tristan Plotz, the redshirt junior, missed last year due to injury, back out there this year for the Dragons. Hooley from a sharp angle scores. And the point streak goes to 24 games for Connor Hooley.
Yeah, Connor Hooley, the junior attackman out of Minnesota, gets his hands free, comes around the corner, hangs his stick for a second, but not long enough, and puts it in the corner. Frangione doesn't have much help he can do there.
Had 3 goals and 3 assists against. They will give Fargione the save with the leg, kind of pushing it onto the iron, it looked like.
Really patient. I'm impressed with Drexel's patience on offense. They really are displaying a lot of that, using most of the shot clock, not taking any dumb shots.
And they seem to have a good understanding of when they need to trigger the offense. Have shot it with under 10 seconds left a couple of times. Semple couldn't make the catch that time in some traffic right in that bumper spot.
Yeah, he was open there too. He just didn't get a handle on it. That's what he does. He slips inside. He's so crafty on the inside. You got to watch him at all times. You watch these heads on a swivel, the defender takes his eye off him for a second, and he's got 2 steps on you.
Down to 15 to shoot again. Here's Jack Joyner who scores.
Again, really patient offense. Jack Joyner, the midi out of Hershey, PA, played at the Academy of New Church right up the road from here. This is just good old-fashioned lacrosse. A good dodge, pushes, gets his hands free, slides coming. He doesn't care. He takes a good bounce shot and gets it in the upper corner.
6 goals.
In the quarter, I don't think Villanova's had the ball at that end.
Special teams have been a factor as well.
Long, patient possessions for Drexel down at this end.
And they've gotten a couple of penalties as well, which has kept the ball over here. Here's Matt Martin. Senior scored against Mercer and Albany. Gives it back over for Hooley, who's now at the top of the box. Turnaround shot from Semple.
He usually doesn't miss the cage from there. He's only about 8 yards off. Little sidewinder, left-handed. Shoots it wide. 30 seconds on the clock. Bobilski covering here.
Knight trying to put him in the spin cycle, and then from way outside, Matt Martin, and it's 4-2.
Big shot from Matt Martin. It starts, though, with Owen Knight really doing a good job behind the lacage. He passes up to Martin, who just lets a hammer fly from up top. Tough save for goalie to make.
Martin teeing it high and letting it fly, and it's a 3-0 run for the Dragons.
They're in it, going back to the goalie. A lot of pressure here on the 10-man.
Thinking about having that shot all the way down the cage was Gukwa, and McGill's in some trouble and he throws it away. That's what the 10-man ride is supposed to do.
Absolutely. Just pressure and make bad things happen. P.J. Hewitt picks up the ground ball. Defensive midfielder from Cabrini, transfer grad student. Had a tremendous career. Cabrini, two-time captain, two-time All-American, is doing his final year of lacrosse here with the Cats. His father, Pete, played for the Cats as well. Was a captain back in '86. Done a nice job as D-Mitty.
And one of the second-generation Wildcats that we've talked about on this Villanova team this year, going to work along the sharp angle is Michener.
Another second-generation. That's another second-generation Cat there, Colin Michener, son of John. Again, I had a feeling when he gets going, watch this, little juke dodge here, goes right to him, buries it, a little easy shot. You know, I think he was pressing earlier in the year, just trying to do too much. If he goes back to what he does well, is just go to the cage strong, use those hands.
Raymond continues to wind some time down. Licata, that 36-goal, 20-assist mark from last year. 6 goals and an assist this year. Will wind down some more time. 2 shots for him so far. Down to 20 seconds left, and now the Cats will trigger the offense. Licata switches hands to get away from the first defender. Coming back, though, was the defense, and now it's down to 12 seconds. Passed out towards the right side, losing it along that right flank was Lucas Newton. Gets it right back, does
5
Licata,
seconds.
and the shot comes in and a score. That's Lucchese with 1.5 on the timer.
Lucchese really coming up big. The Radnor kid from down the street's got 2 goals on the day. Just when Villanova needed. We said they were going to go after about 15 seconds. That's exactly what they did. Move it really well. They stumble a little bit. The ball hits the carpet. They pick it up. And then Licata finds Lucchese up top with no clock left. He bangs it low to the left side. Great job by Lucchese. Tie things up, 4-4 going into halftime. We breathe the face-off guys. You know, they all kind of hang out together. They stand down at the end. You know, they really don't want them on the field in case the ref does a random stick check. You know, and they're just a quirky bunch. A lot of them were wrestlers in high school. And it's really a sport within the sport, and one that I really enjoy.
And so far, the face-off battle as it stands as we get set for the start of the third quarter. It's 5-5. Just about as even as you can get. The Villanova on the offensive side of things. 37 seconds left on the shot clock. Michener, Gavin Michener, that is, in the contest to start out this third quarter.
You know, Ben, it's interesting. We talked about the schedule. This is Drexel's 3rd game in 6 days. That's Licata right there. We talked about it a minute ago. He comes around the corner, and the goalie made a great save in the second quarter on him. This time he comes around and gets what he needs. He's got such great hands, and he's so fast. Let's watch him come around the corner. Step side. Really, goalie really has no chance. Licata with those hands separates himself and buries that in the corner. Villanova gets the lead here, 5-4, really early into the second half.
Look, another turnover, and it'll go back to Villanova. This high-paced game to start out the third quarter. I haven't really allowed for too many changes.
Here.
And shot from Haggerty went wide, and there to back it up. Great play by McGill.
Yeah, I'm not sure that was a great shot. Got to have it backed up if you're going to take that shot, so Drexel's going to get the ball back. But at least Villanova gets a chance to put that 10-man ride in.
It drew some dividends for Villanova in the first half. 7 of 12 were the Dragons clearing in the first 2 quarters, and McGill's going to try the shot. Oh, Ilya Sorokin had a goalie goal in the NHL a couple of days ago for the New York Islanders. And
hard to do. That's like a 70-yard shot for a goalie.
And
great look
right
inside.
out in front, Licata.
Boom. 10-man ride really paying dividends right there. You see Mac Pabilski pick up the ball, finds himself in traffic, and who else? Matt Licata right on the doorstep, bangs it low. That's just what Villanova needed to take the lead. Sticks are up in the lanes. They're doing good fundamental defensive lacrosse right now.
Joyner one more time, evades the first defender. Lefty shot, Fargione got a piece of it. Rebound goes right back to Semple though.
Fargione solid again. You know, that's off hip. Didn't have a ton on it, but that's a long way to go for a goalie like that on the far side. It's a good save.
This Drexel team still trying to figure out what they're going to do offensively without Luke Tomac. Hasn't appeared yet this year. Second team All-CAA each of the last 2 years. That's 27 goals that they're trying to replace from a year ago. Gavin Kelly looks to be a big part of what they try to do. In the slot, a score!
Yeah, I feel like Villanova slid a little early. Max Pabilski was a little late coming out of the box. And then they slid a little early and gave him a chance to get his hands free.
That's Will Farrell, the transfer from Dickinson in his second year with the Dragons.
Yeah, Trip Robinson just went a little early there, left him wide open about 10 yards out. There's not a lot that Frangione can do there.
Coming into play.
Drexel goes offside. That's the other thing. If you don't do a lot of 10-man ride, it can get, you know, it's easy to go offside. You have to practice it, and that's exactly what Drexel did there.
So Villanova will be going on the EMO if they don't score here for the first time today. Cats have scored 8 EMO goals so far this year. They're nearly at 50%. They'll have 30 seconds to work if they don't score.
You can see Drexel has an extra guy here. They have 7 guys because of that offsides. No, maybe not.
It's still picked up by Villanova, trying to spin away from a couple of defenders. Still sticking with it. What a stick-to-it miss move by Villanova.
Wow, that's a big-time play right there.
Just never gave up on it. Matthew Swerbalis.
He gets a double team right here. They're pressuring him. They slide all over. The ball hits the turf. He picks it right up, left-handed, lets one fly as he's falling down. Great goal. Way to shoot it, Nick. That's a big goal.
Matthew Swerbalis appeared off the bench in all 4 games coming into play today this year. He didn't play at all last year. And his first goal of his Villanova career is a great one.
And that's just effort and sticking with it, you know, and really having the confidence in yourself to go to the goal and really push that. That's a big goal. And like I said, you know, 2's a lot more than 1. I hate to keep sounding obvious, but it really is in lacrosse. 2's a lot more.
We're crunching the numbers, Enrique. We can confirm.
Yes.
Double, some would say.
For sure.
And now Villanova with some more defending to do. Won't assess the penalty because of the goal with the delayed call. And Drexel can have the final possession of this third quarter.
I'd like to just, this is a big chance for Villanova to get a stop here and go into the fourth quarter up by 2.
Gavin Kelly, one of the more talented attackers Drexel has at their disposal. Give it back over for the player at the top. That's Joyner, I should say. Down to 22 left to go. Stepping into it is Semple. You knew he wouldn't stay quiet too long.
Yeah, he's going to get you eventually. You know, you don't score 102 goals in college lacrosse and not get one in a game like this. I was worried about him. It was kind of a big possession, I felt, at the end of the quarter for Villanova to get a stop. And that's just a left-handed rip from the big Canadian from British Columbia.
Low to high.
Working up top, back to Aiden Haggerty.
2 goals in the first, 2 in the second, 3 in the third for this Villanova offense. Haggerty, as you said, is back out there, running the show at the top of the box. Under 30 on the shot clock. Licata got that running start. Got turned back aside, and now here is Licata on a hop with the spin move, getting goal side. Space opening up along that left for Haggerty. Opted out of the shot, got the ball bumped away from him by his defender, Kevin O'Brien.
10 seconds on the clock. You're going to see Mitchner try and turn the corner here.
Here is Michener looking for any pass in front. He gets it to Link, who scores.
Great job by, you know, the shot clock's running down there. Things start to happen. Everybody knows you're going to the goal. Everyone thinks Michener's going to go to the goal here, and he does. But he's got his head up, and he finds David Link, who does a great shot on the 5-hole. You know, that's just good, solid lacrosse. You know, you play with your head up in this game, and Gavin Michener does that. He comes around the corner. He certainly could have gone himself, but he finds a good, strong bounce shot by Raymond. The goalie gets a piece of it, gives a fresh shot clock. You say, and here comes Licata around the corner.
There you see the replay. Meanwhile, in real time, we can tell you Raymond has the ball in his stick, and now it's back over for Lucchese.
And talking about your head up, when Licata comes to the corner, he draws so much attention. Guys have to slide. Someone's open, but he always has his head up looking for the top of the box.
Sharp angle, and deflecting that one away was the oncoming traffic of Nate Bradley.
Watch Licata as he gets a GLE. The whole goal defense starts to slide towards him. He draws so much attention.
Raymond's been involved this offensive set. His shot is saved away by McGill. Another sharp angle for Link, and he's got two in a matter of moments.
David Link again showing up here in the fourth quarter. Really great to see.
We said he was quiet in each of the last two games. One of these complimentary pieces for Villanova, and he'll have plenty of compliments heading back to the sideline after 2 goals in less